Morning and good morning. Well, we've made it to the end of a fairly eventful week. I'm Hamish Wilkinson on emergency stand-in for Mike, and no, he's not in quarantine, just looking after a sick child, I believe, which, come to think about it, may actually end up having him in quarantine, but I'm sure he'll be alright anyway. It's Friday the 6th of March, and this is Kiwibank's Markets in a Minute. The past 24 hours of activity has seen a bit of a mixed performance across global markets. The announcement yesterday of a US $8 billion virus prevention fiscal package by the United States Congress, following on from this week's dramatic Federal Reserve monetary policy response, saw equity markets across Asia follow the strong Wednesday close in the US, finishing higher between 1% and 2%. Overnight, however, the mood has soured somewhat, with US and European markets back in the red on the announcement of an increased number of COVID-19 cases in the US, leading to California declaring an official state of emergency. In examining this week's market turbulence, from Monday's equity market lows as expectation of global monetary stimulus started to build, when measuring the performance of the US Dow Jones Industrial in isolation, while seeing days of plus or minus 3% swings, it still holds on to an effective 4-day gain of 6%, as investors have tentatively come back into the market, which was perhaps considered at decent buying levels, with the perceived economic downside of coronavirus impact having been priced into the market. From a rates perspective, the benchmark US 10-year Treasury yield is around 22% or 26 basis points lower across the week, trading at new all-time lows this morning, once again, circa 0.91%. While many risk currencies, including our own New Zealand dollar, have actually outperformed the mighty US dollar as the market moved to price an effective terminal Fed funds rate of 0.3% in a year's time. This morning, the Kiwi is hovering around about just below the 63 cent mark, off from its overnight high of 63.34, but still representing a circa 2% gain from the multi-year lows to start out the week. Right, that'll do us for Friday. Have an enjoyable weekend ahead. Ka kite anō.